Hülsenbeck, Richard. Came in 1916 from Berlin to Zurich, where he became a co-founder of Dada, studied medicine there, returned to Berlin in January 1917, where he and Haussmann founded the Berlin Dada, emigrated to the USA.
The parson's doing up his fly, rataplan, his fly and his hair sticking out his ears. Chupuravanta buru, pupaganda buru. Isharimunga buru, his fly, Kampampa kamo, his fly, Katapena kamo, katapena kara. Chupuravanta daumba hihi.
Gross, George. Dada Marshall, published in Berlin's Dada magazines his anti-bourgeois and anti-clerical drawings. Breaks with the Dadaists, 1922, moves to New York, 1933, died in Berlin, 1959. If, then, one calls my work art, depends on whether one believes that the future belongs to the working class. George Gross, 1924. Though the Dadaists, especially the Berlin group, were declared enemies of the ideology of Italian futurism, they nevertheless took over some of its forms of expression, like Brutism as anti-music, the simultaneous poem, and typo collage. Egerling, Viking. Friendship with the Dadaists in Zurich, had, however, his own concept of painting, counterpoint of painting. Died in Ascona, 1925. Ernst Max. Co-founded with Bargeld and Arp the Cologne Dada, Dada Max, editor of Die Chamada, cooperation with Arp and Bargeld on the so-called Fatagagas, anticipated surrealism in his collage and paintings already since 1921.
C'est le chapeau qui fait l'homme, collage 1920.
Angiosperm, Stapleman gymnospermal water formats.
Just out, Fiat Modes, 8 signed lithographs by Max Ernst. 1, 2, 3. Eight.
I declare that Tristan Tzara found the word Dada on February the 8th, 1916 at 6 p.m. I myself, as well as my 12 children, were present when Tzara first uttered this word, which generated justifiable enthusiasm in us. This took place in the Café de la Terrasse in Zurich, and I had a crumb in my left nostril. I am convinced that this word has no meaning whatsoever, and that only fools and Spanish professors can take an interest in dates. What interested us was the spirit of Dada, and we were all Dada before there was any Dada. The morality of fools and their belief in genius makes me want to.
Scheißen.
Tarens, August the 6th, 1921, Arp.
What is Dada? An art form, a philosophy, a policy, a fire insurance, or a state religion? Is Dada really energy, or is it nothing, that is, everything?
Dada Code, Dadaist Pocket Atlas will appear in January 1920. World's greatest standard edition. Central Bureau of the Dadaist movement in Germany. Hülsenbeck, Haussmann, Baader, Mehring, Gross, Hartfield. The atlas was never published, despite much preparatory work. The Dadaists involved could reach no agreement. The texts used have in part been published in Berlin Dada magazines, also many of the pictures.
Hey young fella, Dada is not an art movement. Hey young fella, Dada is not an art movement. Hey young fella, Dada is not an art movement. Hey young fella, Dada is not an art movement. Hey young fella, Dada is not an art movement. Is very much a Dadaist affair. Hülsenbeck.
Father Johannes, Swabian pietist who converted to Dadaism in Berlin, where, as the high priest of Dada, he organized political happenings. A friend of Haussmann died in a German old folks' home.
This is the apparition of the supreme Dada in the clouds of the sky. Illustration from the Dadaco with kind permission of the Kotwald Verlag, Munich.
In Berlin Cathedral, Bada, speaking from the organ loft, interrupted the sermon with the words, "What is Christ to the common man? He doesn't give a damn."
Ball, Hugo. Berlin, 1915, literary activity with Hilsenbeck. Pacifist, co-founder of Zurich Dada, which he left in 1917. Political activity in Switzerland. Converted to Catholicism. Main works, Flight from Time. Fenderende der Fantast, Verlag Arche.
Berlin, November 1980.
Published by the Berlin Dadaists, there appears The Free Road Against Property. The articles by Bada, Haussmann, Jung are signed with false names.
Hunger, work, bloated guts.
If someone's starving, he shows little trust in the government. He proves a burden to the new organization.
If someone's working, he has other thoughts instead of hunger. Above all, he can sleep better.
If someone's belly is full, he's not hungry. He has no need to work.
This is Bloody Serious, Satirical Weekly, 1919, illustrations by Gross.
Against exploiters, blows that cut through the thickest skin. Deadly effect.
Everyone his own football, Malik Verlag.
The Bankrupt, 1920. Drawings by George Gross.
Most of the magazines are forbidden after a few numbers.
Fit for active service.
In 1919-1920, under the direction of Raoul Haussmann, there appear 3 numbers of the magazine Der Dada. Collages by Hartfield, Haussmann, Gross, manifestos, texts by Haussmann, Bada, Sarah, Hilsenbeck, Herzfelder, etc. On a collage by Hartfield was printed the program of the Great Berlin Dada Fair of 1920. It was to be the climax of Berlin Dada. First International Dada Fair, organized by Gross, Haussmann, Hartfield. Exhibition and sale of Dadaist products. The Dada movement leads to the abolition of the art trade. The photocollage and assemblage caused a storm of indignation.
Art is dead. Long live Tatlin's new machine art.
I can do without food and drink, but not without Dada, Dada Marshal George Gross.
Nor me, John Hartfield.
Neither can I, Raoul Haussmann.
Jean Hans. Founded Dada in Zurich together with Hugo Ball, Richard Hilsenbeck, Marcel Janko and Tristan Tzara, 1916. Equally important as a painter, poet and sculptor.
Leben ist für den Dadaisten der Sinn der Kunst.
Dada is the only savings bank that pays perpetual interest. Dada doubles your income.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all heartily to the auction of Tristan Tzara's library.
Dada protects you from devaluation and malnutrition. Dadaco, 1920.
Nummer 25, auch mit der Schätzung begonnen, 150 Franken, 160, 70, 80, 90. Fetzer, Wieso, Dada siegt. Franken 720. So, hurra, hurra, hurra. Die große Pleite, Gegengewicht 500. So, Oberdada, schwarz 900, schwarz 1900, 3000. 12.000.